When the fight for delegate votes in the primaries finishes in June, the nominated candidates from each party will begin a new battle, this time for Electoral College votes. On November 8th this year, American citizens will take to the polls and vote for which candidate they want to sit in the big shiny office in Washington. But it's not that simple. The US Constitution outlines the system used for electing their president, called the Electoral College. The Electoral College is a group of 538 electors. This number corresponds to the 435 members of the House of Representatives, 100 senators, and then 3 additional electors from the District of Columbia. These are the people who actually cast the votes for the next president. The winning candidate must gather over 270 Electoral College votes to be officially declared President of the United States. So, how does the Electoral College work? Each state is assigned a minimum of 3 electoral votes, and the rest are then distributed proportionally based on population size. In November, when citizens cast their votes, they are not voting directly for their preferred candidate. Instead, they are telling their state how to use their electoral votes. The candidate who wins the majority of a state's vote will then win all the electoral votes for that state. The winner must gather 270, or over half of these votes from across all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Simple, right? Not really. There are many flaws in this system which many deem undemocratic. As I've said, every state gets a minimum of 3 electoral votes according to the US Constitution. However, this means that votes are not distributed equally among the population. The US has a population of about 320 million. Divide that by the 538 electoral votes, and that means that every vote should represent around 550,000 people. However, just over 500,000 people live in Wyoming, and it has 3 electoral votes. This means that they get 1 vote per 190,000 people. California is the most populated state with almost 40 million people. It also has the biggest number of electoral votes, but one of its votes represents 720,000 people. Put simply, this means that it takes almost 4 times as many Californian votes to equal one of Wyoming's. So what does all this mean? It basically means that it is possible for a candidate to lose the popular vote but win the election based on electoral votes. Sound familiar? The winner-take-all system used by the Electoral College also means that the power of your vote depends on which state you live in. The US is divided into red, blue and swing states based on the voting record of past elections. Red states tend to vote Republican, blue states vote Democrat, and swing states tend to, well, swing. This means that candidates focus their campaigns on states such as Pennsylvania, Ohio and Florida in order to swing the state to vote their way. So if you live in Texas, a red state, but want to vote Democrat, the odds are that your vote will not end up helping your chosen candidate. So there you have it, the system used to elect one of the most powerful leaders of the world.